Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install these Pewag Brenta C Tire Chains on our 2017 Toyota RAV4. These are going to be a solid all-around chain for light snow and ice, and we have them on the front tire of our RAV4 as per the manual in our case, but we recommend double checking to make sure you have it on the right tire for you. These chains are a diamond pattern, which gives you more coverage on the tire, helps you a lot with turning, and it gives you a smoother ride compared to a ladder pattern style chain. Those are going to be better for starting and stopping, but these are better for all around. The links themselves are square, and they're pretty large relative to some other Class C chains that we've tested today. So they're going to give you a good bite into that light snow and ice, but you might feel them a little bit more while you're driving. The construction of the chains is a titanium steel alloy, which is going to help with rust and weather, corrosion, things like that, and you should be able to get a few more seasons out of them than a low carbon steel. Additionally, you can see the internals of the chains are different colors. They're actually powder coated, so not only will they protect your rims, but they'll be easier to handle if you're actually installing the chains out in the cold and the snow. As you can see, Pewag does a pretty good job of color coding things where connections are going to be taking place. So these chains here, this hook, and you have this assisted tensioning cable, which gets some slack out of the tires, but it's also well identified. It is assisted tensioning, so it's not self-tensioning, and we always recommend if you need some more tension while you're driving to pick up one of these rubber tensioners here at eTrailer. Just going to help you while you're driving keep things in place where you need them to be. The chains do come two in a set in this hard shell case, which is a pretty nice case considering some other bags and things that chains usually come in. So it will keep them nice and secure, and it will keep the weather out. Each side you can put a chain in, but they kind of just sit in the middle here, and you have the manual and some extra parts just in case things get loose or lost. As far as the installation of these chains go, this is pretty straightforward, and it's easy to do while you're out in the actual conditions, so you don't have to move the tire while you're installing them. You can check out how we did that now. To start the install process, first thing we like to do is lay everything out, making sure that nothing is caught or tangled up. With this longer cable here, it tends to get wrapped around things, so making sure that that's out. Additionally, there's this gap in the middle where the tire is going to go, and you want to make sure that it's facing the right way. You do that by checking out these hoops at the end of each set of links. So you want the flat side facing you, and this hook side facing away. This is the side that you want making contact with your tire, not the pointier side. You don't want that touching the tread. Once that's figured out, we're ready to start the actual installation. So basically you'll just feed one side of the set of chains around the back of your tire, trying your best to center things out and making sure that the chains don't get caught underneath the tire. Once we have it where we need it to be, we'll bring these two pieces together in the back and make our first connection with this hook on the back side, just like that. Try to feed the rest of the chains around evenly until we get to make our second connection. Our hook got caught on this loose link here, not a big deal. Once we have this hook out, we can make our second connection here in the front, just like that. Looks pretty loose for now, but we'll tighten things up in just a bit. Coming down to the bottom, we'll feed this tensioning cable through this catch, and we'll pull it back to get as much tension into the chains as we can. About there is probably good. And then you can see there are these hooks that you can use to get more tension, and you try to go straight up from there. Can definitely be a little challenging. Try to put the hook away from the tire, but once you do, they're on there and they're snug. Once you have that, the chains are installed. We recommend rolling forward or backwards just a few times to make sure the chains are where you want them to be. Additionally, we always recommend trying this in your garage or somewhere safe before you're actually out on the road and you don't want to find out how they work then. Also, go ahead and toss them on your driver's side as well, and then you're ready to hit the road. Overall, the Pewag Brenta C Tire Chains are going to be a solid way to get some good use out of your chains in the event that you have light snow and ice pretty frequently, and they're pretty easy to install. The assisted tensioning is nice as well. If you're going to get assisted tensioning, I personally would recommend just stepping up and going to full self-tensioning. Pewag has some chains that do that, and Koenig makes some really good chains that have self-tensioning as well. But for what it is, the Pewag Brenta C chains are a solid fit overall in our 2017 Toyota RAV4.